Can't forget the crank, boy.
No.
Here's your crank. An old cloth or an old rag.
Yeah.
Loading date. Get the motors cleaned up and ready to go.
All we need left is the motor to be built, turbo kit, suspension, all that stuff. We can make it to FL2K. Chances are that's not.
No.
Most important part to every engine. Driver. Crank.
The driver, the crank, eh?
The cranker.
Look at you, you're like Superman.
Superhero.
Well, we're loaded up.
Next stop, food power. Well, the block is dropped off. Big G is dropped off. Now it's home to go clean up those heads a little bit better. Shouldn't be doing this while I'm driving, so don't say anything to anybody. Shh. Be right back. Hi, Billy Mack here. Welcome back to my garage. It is Canada, so it's cold outside. And today, like I said, we're going to start working on pouring those 317 LS heads. Now, many people are going to say, why bother putting work and effort into the 317 heads when all you could do is buy another set of heads that are better? Well, the 317 heads are good and solid. I already own them. And like I said, time and time again, I'm in Canada. It's tough to find, you know, parts, especially parts like that. So in the US, I'd probably be able to find a set of nice heads like 706 heads or 799 heads for, you know, 100 bucks, 150 bucks. Well, I've been looking here and the cheapest I could find were $500, $600. Am I really gonna spend $500 or $600 on used heads that I have to work on anyway? This is how I polish my heads and port them. Yeah. So first things first, exhaust ports. I'm gonna set on the exhaust gasket, trace around. We're gonna dig out using the die grinder and the carbide tip. We're gonna dig out not quite this big as these holes, but pretty close. So first things first, I'm gonna go set these on and trace them. Now, boys and girls, here and here, that fit? Yeah, I just need whatever I can get for right now. What is going on here? My chalk marker. So I'm just tracing out where the gasket sits. I'm not going to take out all the material that I trace. You may ask, why? Well, great question. Because I don't think I need to, and I don't want to hurt the head by overporting it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is beautiful. Here, you can kind of see where I have it traced. So I'm probably gonna make it a little bit wider, bring it down just a little bit here on the top. Same, I'm not gonna go crazy with these. Oof, they're dirty. Here I am. All right, so this is the carbide bit. It's a little bit aggressive. Normally for aluminum, you want a little bit wider of markings so it can shoot out the filings easier, but this is all I have. So I'm gonna use it. And I did a test panel already with it, and it worked fine. So if you criticize, I don't wanna hear it. Go criticize to somebody else. But yeah, it's my die grinder. It's good for like 30,000 RPMs or something along those lines. You wanna keep as much air pressure and speed up as possible. Fortunately, my Mastercraft compressor is rated for good airflow and whatnot, but yeah, it's constantly running. It drops air pressure real fast. I don't know why. But let's get going, see what we got. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the die grinder, work my way around and around and around, and get in kind of the best I can for now. So I'm just gonna get most of this part done, my way in as far as I can before I hit the valve. And whenever I get the valves out, then I'll continue. But for right now, we're just gonna do right on this edge, work our way into the taper a little bit and take off some of the external material and try to do somewhat of a gasket match. But again, I'm not gonna take off crazy amounts of material, just enough. After 20 minutes or so, I did 2, somewhat. So I opened it up fairly wide on the sides, took a little bit off the top, opened it up a bit as well, and then kind of rounded the bottoms to flow out instead of being an abrupt opening. So my problem is my compressor doesn't really like running the die grinder. The CFMs on it says that it's 3.9 at 90 PSI, where the die grinder needs like 2.4 CFM. And no, it's not really working like that. So yeah, since the compressor isn't working very good, it's taking a little bit more time because the CFM kind of dies off and I lose power. Well, this should be spinning like 25 to 30,000 RPMs. So for now, what I'm gonna do is, it is Canadian Thanksgiving tomorrow. So I have a supper tonight with the family. I'm going to leave that at that for now. But with the help of television or YouTube magic, I'm gonna come right back. So here we go. Well, I'm back. Had my turkey dinner. Canadian Thanksgiving. Put the lights back on. So I've already done these 2. I'm going to do these ones here now, but I'll get you a different angle so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to put on the 80 grit bit. This one's chewed up a bit because I already used it. And we're going to hit a quick pass on the ports to the 80 grit. rounded out pretty nice. It's pretty smooth now, and that's with the 80 grit. I'm still gonna work on it a little bit more, but the compressor's killing me. Absolutely killing me. It's making it very, very difficult to complete, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta work how I gotta work. So, from that to that. Oh, and by the way, up top here, yes, I know there's gouges. I didn't finish the top. I can reach in here and get a little bit of the valve seat, but I did not do that tonight. All right, my friends, it's the next day. I'm gonna do a little bit more porting here. I was gonna leave the video at last night, but I figured I would get some more on this done. So, as you can see, well, I guess it was just a split second ago when I showed you that before, but to me, it was a whole other day. So, here we go, back to it. The compressor is off, my ears are still ringing, and here we go, guys and gals. Look at that. Not too shabby if I do say for myself. Now, unfortunately, today's Turkey Day in Canada, so I couldn't go to any local stores to get a valve spring compressing tool. So the valve springs are still on and the valves are still in, and I can only port so far without damaging the valves. But, I mean, come on. That looks pretty dang good. And that's down to 120 grit, as you guys saw in the video. 120 grit. So I'll hit that again, probably with a lighter grit, just to smooth it out, maybe polish it up a bit. You don't really need to do much with the exhaust side of it, that's for sure. But I'm going to leave it at that. And just like my friends used to say in high school, "Hey, Billy, you're pretty good at reaming out holes." I don't know if the type of holes they were talking about are the holes in an aluminum 317 LS head. But I'm going to assume that's what they meant. Oh, and if this offends anybody in the LBGQ2 7+9 community, well, I don't care. Just hit like and subscribe anyway, just to show me. And for the rest of you guys, we're going to go from this to this. I mean, yeah, on that head. And then the next video, we'll look at getting the other side of this head done, complete, shake, kaput. All right, guys, so like and subscribe and leave some advice for me what I can do in my videos that I'm not doing or what I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing. But for now, leaving it at that, guys. Build like Billy Mac. Take care, guys. Welcome to my garage, and see you later.